Here's something that should worry every American. Right now, as you're watching this video, China controls more of your daily life than you probably realize. That iPhone? Made in China. Those prescription medications? Chinese ingredients. The rare minerals in our military equipment? China controls the supply. And here's the kicker: we let it happen. This is the story of how America's greatest economic competitor didn't just catch up, but built a system we can't escape from. Let's rewind to the 1990s and early 2000s. American corporations made a decision that seemed brilliant at the time. Move manufacturing to China, where labor was dirt cheap. Wall Street loved it, profit margins soared. Consumers loved it, everything got cheaper. But there was a cost we didn't see coming. Between 2001, when we welcomed China into the World Trade Organization, in 2020, America lost over 3.7 million jobs to China. Entire industries vanished from American soil. Towns that built things for generations became ghost towns. Meanwhile, China wasn't just making our stuff, they were learning, copying, and perfecting. Every factory we closed, they opened. Every patent we shared, they absorbed. They played the long game while we chased quarterly earnings. Today, China has us in a strategic stranglehold, and it's built on three fronts that directly threaten American independence. First, supply chain dominance. China manufactures 80% of America's pharmaceuticals and medical supplies. Remember the PPE shortage during COVID? That wasn't incompetence, that was dependence. China controls 80% of the world's rare earth elements, which we need for everything from F-35 fighter jets to smartphones. If Beijing wanted to, they could cripple American manufacturing tomorrow. Second, they own our debt. China holds over $750 billion in U.S. Treasury bonds. While that's down from peak levels, they're still one of our largest creditors. But here's what's scarier: while we're dependent on their manufacturing, they're becoming less dependent on us. They're building their own consumer market of 1.4 billion people. Third, the technology we're losing. TikTok has 170 million American users, that is half our population, with an app controlled by a Chinese company subject to Beijingese laws. Huawei tried to build our 5G networks. Chinese-made drones dominate our market, including those used by American police and infrastructure inspectors. We're installing their eyes and ears into our most critical systems. But China's ambitions go way beyond just beating America. Their Belt and Road Initiative has invested over $1 trillion across 150 countries, building ports, highways, and power plants. While America spent trillions in Middle Eastern wars, China was buying influence everywhere else. African nations now owe China more than any other creditor. Latin American ports are being run by Chinese companies. Even in our own backyard, China is outspending and outmaneuvering us. They're not doing this with aircraft carriers and military bases like we did. They're doing it with construction contracts, loans, and economic dependence. It's colonialism with a 21st century face. So here is the bottom line for Americans. We are facing an opponent who thinks in decades, while we think in election cycles. An opponent who plays by different rules, subsidizes their industries without apology, and has a clear strategic vision for global dominance. The question isn't whether China is a threat, that debate is over. The question is whether America has the will to rebuild our manufacturing, secure our supply chains, and compete for the future. Because right now, we're not just losing ground, we're dependent on our biggest competitor for our most basic needs. This isn't about fear-mongering. This is about facing reality. The 21st century will be defined by whoever controls technology, manufacturing, and global trade networks. And right now, China is building that future, while we're still arguing about whether we have a problem.